Although I do not believe that silver will soon reach $100 or $200 per ounce, I do believe that $50 is a very possible possibility. Is it worthwhile to purchase at these rates, given the recent increase in the price of silver? Visit SD Bullion's online store to purchase precious metals. To purchase gold or silver instantly, new consumers can visit sdbullion.com/new. It appears that today's case is somewhat mild. I don't see any silver anymore, Harry. Yesterday, everything sold despite the pricing being almost record high. I mean, just stop making a show of it. Even at these exorbitant prices, people were buying like mania yesterday, as if FOMO had just set in. Is it primarily novices or seasoned stackers, in your opinion? There were some fresh faces, to be sure, but there were also some seasoned pros who were adding to their stacks and giving the impression that we're not near the top, but things are looking up. According to you, the best silver is selling for about $47,050 per ounce. It's kind of wacky today. Just a couple of dollars separate us from a record high. I see. The funny thing is that silver is still a fantastic investment, even if gold is at an all-time high, and silver is far lower than gold. I've been saying this for the longest time, about 6 weeks now. However, I've somewhat reconsidered my stance. The question of which is the better buy was posed to me yesterday. Since gold is at an all-time high and silver was, as of yesterday, approximately $3 below its all-time high, I indicated that it's currently a coin toss. Accordingly, they are both among the best investments ever made. My one piece of advice is to remember that gold last broke its all-time high in 1900 during the COVID-19 pandemic. Following that, it has now multiplied by 2. Although it has surpassed its previous peak, the price of gold has risen to an all-time high of more than $3,800. Indeed, it has. Some of the major banks and investment firms now advise investing 20% or more of one's portfolio in precious metals, which is something I was talking about with a client yesterday. Give that some thought. In all honesty, 10% was more of a throwaway number than anything else. Precious metals should make up 5 or 10% of your portfolio. The major bank is now telling you no, since you need 20%. Because they've purchased a lot of gold, you start to think it's probably for their own benefit. Still, when casual investors hear something like that, they take stock of their holdings and think, we don't have any precious metal. We should probably go out and buy some. Accordingly, I attribute the desire to that. To top it all off, yesterday Adrian and I had a hard time acquiring additional silver from our distributors and friendly local vendors. Seems like everyone's gone. Is that right? Yeah. I'm not sure if the recent dip in silver prices is causing a genuine scarcity or not. Everything got sucked up, but if we can only wait a week, we'll have more. At the moment, though, supplies are quite limited, at least in the immediate area. As bizarre as it seems, nobody seemed interested in purchasing silver when its price was $20 per ounce. However, as it reaches over 50, buyers start flocking to it. The mainstream, non-numismatic media, in my opinion, stays silent whenever anything is trending downward. I don't really care about it. It's falling. Things are newsworthy when they are improving, though. Additionally, news is watched by many, regardless of whether they are collectors or stackers. They even find out that I'm not participating. I am missing 20% of the required amount in precious metals. One thing I can deduce from it is that banks likely do not have a short position when they advise their customers to purchase silver or gold. Whoever these banks are, I believe the price of gold and silver will rise as soon as they start recommending their customers to buy. I see. The reason being that they aim for an increase if they're going long. Depleting the supply and creating a lot of demand is the best approach to drive it higher. For the simple reason that when supplies decrease, prices rise. The burden will ultimately fall on the consumer and on us. Do you believe silver will reach a new record high this week or this month? Choose between the two. I mean, with October being a whole new month, I think it has a great chance. At this very moment, we are literally inches away from a record. Right now, every single green click on gold is setting a new record. I refuse to believe the hype that silver will soon reach $100 or $200 Oz. However, I believe that $50 is absolutely genuine. Yeah. Would you like my opinion, Adrian? You can get silver for a couple of dollars. Is a new all-time high on the horizon? If my guess is correct, then yes. A day's worth of it has been going up, I guess. $1 has been added to it recently. It's tinkering with the $50 mark. After you pass the 50 mark, I believe it will really take off. Silver coiling has been my topic of conversation for the last many months, and that is precisely what has transpired. As previously mentioned, it becomes apparent when it breaks out. That has been observed. That puts us very near the 47 mark. Plus, I believe $50 will be here before we know it. Well, many predicted a rapid ascent to $50 after it reached $40. It seems to me that this is the case. Therefore, I believe that $60 is going to be right around the corner if we can move above $50. When it reaches the elusive $50 Oz mark, I predict a great deal of fear of missing out, FOMO, and it will lead to even higher pricing. Thus, we are approaching the $50 mark. As a result, I wouldn't be shocked if silver went beyond $60 or even $70. You say $50 for silver, and I'm checking the current market value of American Silver Eagles. The stack price is already around $50. Yeah, it's really mind-boggling. At $51 per ounce, we would have thought Adrian was completely insane if we had mentioned this in our forecast video last year. But now we're here. We have arrived. In our prediction video, we both thought that $40 for an ounce of silver was a reasonable estimate. Even if we can't precisely foretell the future, at least that particular forecast has more than come to pass. It's much more than that. I suppose it was inevitable, really. It was silver's moment to shine, even though everyone thinks that gold leads and silver follows. Gold has been leading for sure. The coiling will occur, as Adrian said. Thus, we're down today, or rather this morning. We were down about $1 this morning, then down barely $0.16. It has dropped another $0.10 after the video began. While silver is acting erratically today, gold is continuing its upward, but generally speaking, it's affluent. It would be great to see some of the coins you won at the coin show if you could, Adrian. Which performance did you attend? A great American coin and collectible show is taking place. Rosemont, Illinois, which is close to Chicago, was the location. Up the second occasion, they put up a fantastic display. In addition, we were able to spot a few of the YouTube users who are active supporters of Silver Dragons in the video. Therefore, we appreciate you taking the time to say hello and join us. By the way, a few folks did buy some goods from us. Yours truly, sir? All right. Did you purchase these items during the show? Yes. Things we purchased at the show, for sure. A lot of awesome stuff. There are a few patterns that we know of, but there are many more. Take this 1873 trade dollar pattern as an example. Here we have Jet 1322 and Proof 64. There are a few tweaks to the typical trade dollar offers, but otherwise they remain the same. When you reach the rear though, holy cow, that's just insane. Coins with these designs were made to demonstrate our capabilities and to provide a glimpse of what the real money in circulation could look like. In essence, these are test coins. I think that's a great one. Impressive works. A $5 classic head gold piece from 1837 was also in our collection. Quite early gold then. That design is so beautiful. And I have to say, that eagle is right up there with my favorites. That is just wonderful. You have some lovely pre-33 gold and some cat graded gold. Here is a seeded dime from 1882 that has a hint of beautiful color. This is a proof coin once again. This is a relatively inexpensive coin with a low mintage. We also have the 1909 SVDB and VF20, which are considered the king of the Lincoln line. Yes, indeed. We are unable to maintain inventory of these items. I mean, we sell them almost instantly when we get them. So, Harry, what were your exact words? When they come, that's what the majority of people want. They want to find the SVDB, almost always, if it's a graded fragrance of Lincoln. The entire series hinges on that. Yes, indeed. Next up, we have some beautiful cat-graded Morgan dollars with some excellent tones. Even toned coins don't get grades from a cactus. The toning must be authentic, and the piece itself must be stunning, featuring stunning hues. On top of that, it has a dragon eye pattern. Do you notice that? Yes, it resembles a flame or something. I am not sure what it is. The design on the coin is very stunning. We also have another toned item there. Naturally. Plus, I think these coins are reasonably priced considering how often they sell for. With the good bag tonality there, I'm trying to convey that you receive a lot of coin for the money. Is there any chance that the toning will get stronger until it can withstand a slap? That is possible. It is? It will gradually fade, but it will not happen very fast. Over the years, it was common practice to stack coins on top of each other and place them in bags containing sulfur, similar to the bags used by banks or canvas bags. So, it won't happen as quickly as it would if it were still in your possession. This one may be a bit more toned in 50 years though. That is possible. Yeah. Very well done. After that, I have something I can't wait to share with you. This is a proof set from 1937. The United States Mint released the proof set for the series for the second year running. As a result, you will receive the proof walker, proof quarter, and a fantastic proof buffalo nickel. Not often do you see stuff like that. Our price is based on the set. In order for people to understand what they're paying for, I simply described it in pieces. Still, $3,265 isn't terrible of a price. Thus, these were the only coins struck in 1937. Yes? Yeah. Therefore, the proof sets were made with collectors in mind. These coins were obviously never intended for use in circulation. Collectors were the intended recipients. It seems like you found some interesting things. Sure, absolutely. Discovering these things is delightful. Plus, we get to share it with other collectors who share our passion. Okay, Harry, I have one more question for you. People I know have asked me this exact question. Is it worthwhile to purchase at these rates given the recent increase in the price of silver? In my opinion, this is a rising tendency. Having some precious metal in your portfolio is thus a safe bet. Either 20% or 30% might work, but I'm not sure. That is something I would let you decide based on how you feel about it. Nonetheless, I find it more astounding than the performance of stocks during the past 12 months. Definitely preferable to storing it in a bank passbook. To be sure, danger lurks around every corner. Considering the current silver price, you might have wished you waited a day before making your purchase yesterday. The unpredictable nature of it makes it unsuitable for some. However, metals have performed admirably for those who are patient and look at the big picture. That was a good move. In my opinion, they will continue to rise. Hope so? All right. Hi there. I really appreciate it. Silver Dragons, I am grateful. My deepest gratitude, Adrian. I appreciate it. Please. This was transcribed using turboscribe.ai. Remove this message by subscribing to Unlimited.